Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2 of this best of 5, the ESL One Hamburg qualifiers from China. LGD facing off against Keen Gaming in the draft. Well, it's well underway. Ancient Apparition first pick from Keen, as they might pick Earth Spirit or Void. Earth Spirit or Void, there's the Void. They do love these combos with the AA, and LGD with their Earthshaker and Puck. Relatively standard so far. We did shift up the bans just a touch, as this time Keen banned the Kunkka and the Lich instead of the Kunkka and the AA in the previous game. The Nyx and the Night Stalker, though, still banned by LGD, banning out arguably 2 of Vanilla or Janang, the 4-role player on Keen, 2 of his better heroes, and 2 of the very strong vision heroes in the game on top of all of that. But they get themselves what is potentially a maybe Puck. Could be FY also. He has been playing that in the offlane, so there's the potential for that there. Flexible with their opening, and Keen kind of showing that what they want to do. They could play this as an offlane Void, but I think they've run it previously in the safe lane for themselves, as they've had offlane Venno and stuff like that. They've had offlane Magnus to give the Void big golden power, and there goes the Magnus. There goes the Magnus, banned out by LGD. Don't want to give them that combo, as they remove Arme's Chaos Knight. And I do wonder if they focus him now. CK and AM potential bans here up against LGD, as the anti-mage really was a sticking point in Keen Gaming's plan overall. There's the Necro removed. So Venomancer is actually still in there, something that LGD could look towards for themselves. Maybe was really one of the main proponents of Venno coming back into the meta. You know, when was it? Like maybe 9 months ago? I'm just trying to get my timeline right here. Maybe seven months ago. He was the one to start playing it mid again. And he would go for this, 2-2-4 build. He'll buy a 4-staff, a Maelstrom. He'd go for this Hurricane Pike, and he'd just be this annoying presence in team fights. And then people started playing it safe lane, off lane, realizing how strong the Venno is with Plague Wards giving vision, cancelling blinks, and also having team fight potential with an absolutely insane amount of damage from Poison Sting. Absolutely insane. So Winter Wyvern is actually the ban there. That's a good team fight disruptive hero with Winter's Curse being the prime ability. That's turning around team fights. So LGD go for a Yao Shadow Shaman. It's an interesting one. Very often in these games, I actually want to have a look. Oh, let's have a look. LGD, Wyvern Shadow Shaman.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, AA.
5
Wyvern.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's pretty much been it. A bunch of AA, Shadow Shaman, and Wyvern. That's all Yao has been playing, making sure that he is that kind of solid rock as the 5-role support. Keen go back for the Clockwork for Vanilla. We'll have that roaming potential. Very good against the Shadow Shaman and Earthshaker, to be honest. Very, very slow heroes. Very kind of static heroes as well. Clockwork with the roaming ability is going to have a bit of a one-up on them, and combos nicely with the Cold Feet. Just need to start picking heroes in other lanes for the core roles that can be activated activated by the Clockwork, like a Viper or something. Someone who can make kills happen with just 1 cogs going off. Okay, we're all good. Very good. Very good. 4th pick for LGD. Now this is where we'll start to see where the Puck heads to. Is it an FY Puck? Is it a maybe Puck? Not too sure just yet what is going to happen. Let's bring up my little drafting again. Oh, I've not got my Heroes tab open either. I do have trouble visualizing a lot of the heroes. It's so good to have a nice little list. Dota2.com/heroes. Beautiful. Nice little faces looking at me. So what do we have available to us? There's no Necro. Venno. Yeah, Venno was the one that I mentioned. So you've got the double ward threat through Serpent Wards and Plague Wards. Could be something that they look towards. I don't think we've seen Monkey King being played by LGD. They played a lot of Terrorblade when they played Shaman. Yeah, I'll come back to a point that I was making earlier on today, where Chinese teams, since the TI qualifiers, really have been setting up their drafts and their kind of game plans around cycling ultimates. Cycling through ultimates. Yeah, there's a Terrorblade. So this makes perfect sense for the point that I was about to make. Cycling ultimates is something that's really very key when watching and kind of understanding Chinese Dota, because what they do here, let's say it's 20 minutes in, maybe they look for a fight and they, they blink echo, they dream coil, blah 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 blah. If they kill, 1 or 2 of Keen Gaming, They then have
5
the
seconds
Terrorblade to pop
remaining.
Metamorphosis. In other games, we've seen, you know, Dragonite ulti, stuff like that to bring down towers. So for a tier 1, they pop meta, kill a tier 1, couple of illusions run forward. And then for the tier 2, depending on how quickly they can take it or how quickly the enemies are respawning, they either hold the Serpent Wards for tier 3 or they use the Serpent Wards for tier 2. And then they fall back and they reset. Then meta comes back up, Serpent Wards come back up, and they cycle through them again. And you just have this constant flow of team fights and tower pushing and like consolidating your lead or converting your lead into actual objectives is basically the foundation of Chinese drafts nowadays. Keen Gaming look like they're going to go for a bit more of a wombo combo here than that kind of conversion from team fights into towers. It's going to be more of a we will just stomp you in a team fight. You know, we're going to try and wipe you, and then we easily get the towers anyway, rather than the kind of chip away and slowly pressure. And yeah, the Zeus really does add into that. Zeus, an offlane hero in China for the most part, could still be played mid if they really want to go that direction, but incredibly good against the Terrorblade with that insane amount of nuke damage. Combos with the AA, with all that global potential you have here for Keen, as well as the Clockwork, to be honest. You know, long-range hookshot, Ice Blasted to Cogs, then you've got a Zeus ulti. You have these two supports that can maybe even look to... it's not solo killing, right? But it's looking for core kills. You have supports that can kill cores. And Zeus really does enable and offer a lot of damage into that.
10 seconds
Now, down to the
remaining.
5th picks, Ricky removed. That's an interesting one. I don't think
5
I've seen
seconds
too much Ricky
remaining.
recently, but it's a great hero against all of these guys, and it's the combo, right? You've got Cogs, Smokescreen, you can't Sunder, you can't Jaunt, you can't Phase Shift, you can't do anything inside the Cogs. So, Ricky, it would have been a bit of a cheesy, nifty little pick there, but they remove it nonetheless, just to get that combo out of the way. And 5th pick is kind of difficult here. Or 5th ban for Keen is kind of difficult here. Still unsure where the puck is heading. I think banning Veno might just be the way to go. In case the puck moves off lane and you have a mid Veno. What else do we have? Death Prophet is also available. Adds into the whole ulti-cycling idea where they have Exorcism as an additional tower taking tool, or even a Roshan taking tool. A little bit scary picking squishies into Zeus AA though. Unless they are natural BKB carriers, because you have no saves. LGD actually have no heroes that can sit back and save someone outside of maybe, you know, a Blink Echo Slam, but that's not going to dispel Ice Blast or stop the Zeus from damaging people. So just ban out the maybe Shadow Fiend. It has been an absolutely monstrous hero for LGD over the past couple of days, and they go for the Ember. Oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This is one of Zhang's better heroes. I do always have to go back and double check. No, his name is Zhai. Zhai Jinkai, not
10
Zhang.
seconds remaining.
I'm an idiot. But yeah, it's one of his better heroes. We've
5
seen him play it
seconds
a
remaining.
number of times. Very good combination with the AA. Lots of magic burst damage. Great against the Terrorblade because you have that mobility. And you're able to kind of get away from Sunder, able to do damage and then go in, jump out. And it's perfectly fine, but more pseudo-global damage from Ember Spirit as well with the Remnants and the Boots of Travel. Able to find pickoffs and kills from across the map, potentially here with the Zeus and the AA. And now LGD, what's the damage? Ursa! Is that a maybe Ursa mid? Yes, yes it is. So Ursa against the Ember mid with Earthshaker and Clockwork as the 4s. Going to be an interesting mid lane. We're basically just going to look at mid lane. So yeah, it's an off-lane Zeus for Dark, like I said, pretty standard for China. Shishiji over on the Void will be the safe lane with Wrong's AA. And FY's puck. Nice. I like this. I don't know who I favor here, though. I like LGD's, you know, ulti-cycling, pressure, Roshan taking. They've got lots of very objective, focused draft here, right? Everything is very focused on taking towers, taking Roshan, and just breaking Keen down little by little. Keen, on the other hand, they are wombo combo. They are looking for the Chrono Ice Blast with the Thunder God's Wrath, and potentially with that Veil Ember, bursting people down quickly. Right, in game.
Prepare
1,
for battle.
2, 3. So what exactly do we have? Poor Man's Shield over on Jiang'an. Dark starts with Boots, Clarities, PMS, and a couple of shared tangos. Free a little Ember Spirit, as Wrong AA will be heading up towards the top lane with Xi. PMS already up on the Faithless Void, so might even be in a solo lane here if they decide to put the Ancient Apparition mid for a little bit. Could go for the Chilling Touch at level 1 just to help out this Ember Spirit. He's going to have a real rough time against the Ursa. Pretty much a hard counter to the hero in lane. With all of that physical damage. Victoria with the brown boots, of course, to begin with. And Yao shows his intention. Boots, stick, but more importantly, Courier and Observer Wars. Now, this is a late smoke. Very often we see a delayed smoke as teams leave their base and they kind of smoke here, or they wait to smoke here, or something like that. Or if you're dire, you come down to this area and you smoke from this ramp, and then you move in. But this one, much later than expected. They will contest this bounty rune, as we spoke about in the previous game. Very common for the Radiant to come up for this dire bounty spot, contest it. Now, with this little bit of a delay here, Wrong wasn't expecting this to come through, but he's found himself a nice little spot to juke through in the trees. The trouble is, Victoria with the brown boots will be able to catch up and punch him. They did force out the Metamorphosis of the TB, but that's fine. He'll get a bounty rune for his troubles, and he'll wander back to lane, and that is first blood going to your nice little Earthshaker there. So that will be Tranquils or Soul Ring coming up that little bit faster, or potentially even just the Courier upgrade coming from him instead of Yao, as Jiang'an, he's going to see this Courier coming in. Maybe is playing very forward. Trying to get the Fury swipe stacks over onto that Ember Spirit. And, well, Clockwork showed, so they've moved the Courier all the way down to the southeast, and it will be fine, just wandering its way through. They swap their lanes, though. Dark up the top lane. Just trying to juke around. That's a long shackle, though, from Yao. And now with the damage from Ame, they just need a Fisher to line up and block the Zeus in. But he's pretty speedy with the little brown booties he's got. So Victoria, he throws the Fisher. Blocks Dark on the other side, though. He'll just wander himself away. And then you've got FY in a 1v2 down the bottom lane. Void and AA. FY shouldn't be in too much danger here. Using the orb aggressively there to farm a range creep. Perfectly fine. This wave almost doubling up to come into this dire tier 1. So they've pulled the creep wave back, and they should get a number of denies as Dark does finally fall on this top lane. Another shackles with the Fisher, it looks like there, coming out of the two supports of the Radiant. Jiang'an was on his way over to try and save him, but not quite in time. Bottom, FY is being pressured a little bit, but he has the phase shift and the orb jaunt ready to go. Nice little escape there. Time dilation will slow him down and just annoy him a little bit more than maybe was necessary. Mid lane, the Ember Spirit's actually doing really well here. 13-1 against the 11-3. Maybe in this lane should really be pressuring much harder, but you've got to take into account the Clockwork. Jiang'an has been lurking around and hanging here, making sure the Ember Spirit isn't completely shut down. But Victoria comes in to do the same. With one Fisher, they could potentially kill. What is it? 1-0-2? If they get that fourth point up onto the Ursa and they get a point into the overpower, could look for a kill as the Courier, sniped out by Victoria, now goes for the Fisher, but maybe doesn't go forward to look for any kind of aggressive play. Top lane, Clockwork going in onto Yao. Shadow Shaman into trouble. Metamorphosis is ready here for Ame if he wants to go for something. Holds on to it for now, though, as mid lane battle continues. The Fury swipe, nice, Searing Chains, saves the Ember, keeps him alive as well, as that would have been one swipe from death. Courier mid lane, AA potentially looking for it on its return back towards the base. The bottle is delivered already, though. And this is unexpected. AA comes across. 2 hits is all he needs, and he will secure the kill on the Courier. So it's time to call PETA, I think. Peter needs a little bit of a ring because the Couriers are being killed and fed off. AA TP's back towards mid lane. Just to take some experience away. Top, back up here. Oh god, everything's happening everywhere. Shackles come out onto Clockwork with a Fisher coming as well. The Ether Shock is a lot of damage. The TB, good body blocks. They need to keep this TB relevant. If that Fisher had blocked him off and the Clockwork gained a little bit of distance, maybe he could have found himself a bit of an escape route, but body blocks there from the Shaman and Earthshaker. Just perfect to bring down that Clockwork as Zeus Oh, very, very scared in this lane. 6 stick charges with the shackles ready, but Clockwork comes back into battle, trying to use as much of that metamorphosis as you possibly can. So now Ursa with that nice courier kill, the pressure back on the Ember Spirit has overtaken the Ember, especially with the Clockwork focusing so heavily on the top lane as he nearly trapped Yao in there with the cogs. I'm not sure how Yao managed to get out, but he did somehow. He's trapped Yao in now. Does not have the battery assault though, unfortunately for him. He needs a shock and a few punches from Arme. Jiang'an is still just tanking this up, trading hits. With the Terror Blade, 7 stick charges, strength treads up and running as well. Now we're looking at the other lanes, 24/7. Void is farming all day, every day. TB doing almost exactly the same, just a couple of CS behind, but that'll be just fine. It is a very even game overall, but pre-level 6, this is what happens to Ember. This is what happens to Ember, and I'm so glad I was watching there as they hit level 6 on the Ursa Warrior. Almost would have missed that kill if I hadn't randomly looked over here. Burst down very, very speedily thanks to the 1-1-3-1 build here from Maybe. And Ember, he needs level 6 so damn desperately. Pings come out from Orange. FY says there's still an AA down here. Wait. Oh, I looked away. I looked away, guys. That was bad. Ember immediately dies again. He's still not level 6, you know. I should have known. I really should have known. Yao will get dropped up at top lane as Dark zaps him down, but they did get the kill for the Terror Blade onto the Clockwork to start off with.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Zeus just has to hang back as much as possible. Terror Blade, very, very annoying to deal with. So Clockwork rotates mid. Zeus is just going to have to handle things there alone as they get the Ember Spirit level 6. Ursa with the Illusion Rune moves on forward, farms the cogs.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Away from there.
Does force the spells out from them. Okay, right. I've got to start focusing because there's just kills happening and attacks happening everywhere. The Chrono onto 2. GGG. He does take down the Shadow Shaman as Earth Shaker has no Fissure. Doesn't even have a point in the Aftershock. He's going to get cold feet up, but now he's snapped and trapped in place with the cogs there, even blocking off his retreat. Do find a number of kills. They bring the Void up to top to get that safe lane farm, and they send the Zeus down towards bottom. All of these lanes being lost. I need to find and strike some kind of balance. And that means the puck shifts up towards top as well. Swing the TB back down towards bottom lane. Look for that tier 1 tower down at bot. Zeus is, you know, okay dragging back the creep waves. He's actually gone for this 1-3-1 build, looking for the big nuke damage. Once he hits level 6, he'll maybe be able to just destroy people. We probably expect the normal build from Zeus, though. I wonder if Ember goes Veil. Zeus then can just go Ether Lens into Ags or something along those lines. I'm going to catch every single kill from now on, don't worry guys. I promise. You can hold me to this. Puck with a jaunt away, perfectly safe there. Void Chrono still on cooldown for another 40 seconds. Oh, bottom lane, they're going to go in onto the Zeus. AA coming in for TP rotation, but this is going to be a disaster. They're going to lose 2 heroes here. Wrong is shackled up and Victoria just rotates away. They will get a kill for the Ember. helping out to take down the Earthshaker. Can they go for more though? Ember's running forward. This is very risky. They've got phase boots up on Maybe's Ursa. Can start sprinting forward. There's another remnant and some stick charges here for the Ember Spirit, but Terrorblade Metamorphosis still rocking and rolling. No hook shot. They'll go for the cogs. Yeah, trapped inside the Ursa Warrior. This is a bait play from Maybe though, potentially. Holds onto a regen rune. TP. Oh, it's cancelled though.
Regeneration.
Dire's middle tower.
Ember Spirit though, shackled into Hex. No one's there to save him. They just can't do anything. Way too far forward. Three deaths in quick succession here for the Ember Spirit. He is going to try and make the Veil. He does have one kill to his name on the Earthshaker, but things are not looking good for him. Net worth wise, where are we? 3,000 isn't that bad.
Top tower is under attack.
Isn't the most atrocious. He does still have a decent creep score, which is nice for him. FY though did get left alone up on his top lane, pretty much farming away like an absolute madman. Closing on the 3,000 net worth, about 700 ahead of his counterpart, the Zeus. You do always have to remember though, even though it's 10-4 here for LGD, that with the teamfight ultis that Keen have, with the big wombo combos that they're able to actually launch out, there is the potential, there is the very, very strong likelihood that they will be able to win a couple of team fights as long as they're not just completely run over.
Never refuse gold.
Hello. Ursa Warrior with a blink dagger. How do you like them apples? Maybe 5-0-0. Now they jump forward. There's the Ember. Shackled up. He got the root. The nice little searing chains onto Yao and Maybe. It looks like the Rasta's going to die as the Ice Blast coming on through. Maybe's been found with the Ice Blast. It does land. Ember Spirit has another remnant. Jumps forward. Searing chains. No mana for it. Can't actually connect. But Maybe's still ticking over. The final tick will get him. The Flame Guard comes on through and helps Wrong's Ancient Apparition get that final killing blow as Puck unable to secure a kill back onto the Ember Spirit. All of the spells thrown in there, but Ember just walks it all off. There we go, 11-6. First little skirmish that Keen will win. They look to take down FY, ulti thrown. Doesn't have enough damage quite yet. Oh, with another little zappy. FY would drop, but Dark doesn't get it
Dire's
done.
middle tower has fallen.
Oh, does the trail? Oh!
Radiant's top tower is under
FY?
attack.
You are a god! I don't know if the trail was gonna hit him. He face shifts anyway. Sneaky, sneaky devil. It was a good attempt at a snipe from the Ancient Apparition, I've got to give him that, but FY, hello baby. Terrorblade meta about to burn away.
Dire's
Mask
top
of
tower
Madness
under
is
attack.
here for Arme, his signature item on his signature hero.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Void with the Chrono now looking for this initiation with an Ice Blast. They've got the combination. Hookshot also ready here for Chang'an. They will move a number of heroes up towards top. LGD looking to try and counteract this, knowing that Chrono's up and a play likely to be made here by Keen. Zeus ulti in about 20 seconds. I'm still trying to remember. Oh. Ember Spirit. Dead mid. I broke my promise. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm still trying to remember with Ice Blast and Phase Shift. Because Phase Shift takes you out of the game. If you Yules yourself, you still get hit by the Tracer. But if you Phase Shift, it takes you like out of the game. Like Astral, right? Whereas, like, Yules, you're still in the game. You're just sent into a cycle. So the Trace still hits you. Terrorblade, there's the ulti, into the hookshot. Do they have the Ice Blast? They do. In onto Arme, and he's cleared up the Terrorblade. Found and demolished. Now, the Void was looking for more if there was anyone behind him. Chrono would have been there. But yeah, with Ice Blast, it definitely doesn't hit Phase Shift. That's right.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Maybe Ursa. Blink on cooldown. G's looking for this chrono. They want to try and catch someone, but they're wasting a lot of time now, not farming up. That's why the Void goes back to the Ancients, pops his mom, and he's like, not happening. I'm just going to stick to farming, guys. It'll be fine, don't worry. So yeah, it's going to be the Ether Lens from Dark, since they have the Veil just finished, actually. Ember Spirit completes it. And Void yet to use this chrono in a big way. Moving into that Maelstrom bottom lane though. Maybe. Cogs trapped the Clockwork in with the angry bear, and if there's one thing you don't want to be, is a Tin Man with a battle plan trapped inside a freaking cage with an angry maybe. There we go. Ice Blast Chrono onto FY. That's going to get them the kill, but it's the mid lane. Searing Chains, not going to land. There's the Zeus ulti Arme. No Sunder, so he's actually just going to die. He's just straight up gone, shredded.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
LGD being broken down here little by little by Keen. AA walks into the wrong neighborhood though. Flick forward with the cold feet there, wrong. Still loses his life, but keeps the Ember Spirit alive.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under
Up at top lane, Void gets the tower, but Fishered up now with a Puck TPing with a Dream Core ready. FY orbs forward, there's the Dream Core and a Waning Rift, there's no Time Walk available, so Void is cleared up.
I have been to Calvary. They still speak of their relief at being with you.
Hookshot is ready. Goes out onto the shackles of Yao though, as he was trying to make a play onto the Ember Spirit. Not really ideal, and 15 to 10. Keen are getting back into the swing of things, finding pickoffs, looking for kills, killing tier 1 towers. LGD yet to hit their stride, but they have Blink Echo, Blink on the Puck. The triple Blink threat is real now, and yeah, the 3 heroes with those daggers, they will smoke up and they will look for an aggressive play, potentially onto this faceless Void. Radiant don't have any observer wards anywhere in the area, so when their smoke pops, they blink up here, but they're not going to find him. They do. Whoa, FY, hello, Waning Rift, it is out with the mid lane. The fight kicks off proper. There's a slight abyss, but the Searing Chain is not to be found as Remnants jump forward. Yeah, with the Serpent Wards, either shot back with the Cogs, they block off this team fight. A good Zeus ulti, it gives them vision and finally kill off the Earthshaker in the back. FY taken down by the Faceless Void in the meantime, as another fight was kicking off and maybe finds the Ember Spirit. So it's going to be a 1 for 2 there. Keen losing their Ember is not great, but they're able to farm up the Serpent Walls. They are the ones in control now with a chrono up in 7 seconds.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
LGD struggling to hold on to parts of this map. Oh yeah, I forgot. On day 1, I did miss a lot of kills, so what you do is you do the T, T, O, U, and then you have the capital R and you lowercase s. That's a really bad R. Here, let me do that. Oh, I've messed that up. That's an R there.
Is under attack.
There you go. You have to make sure you capitalize it properly, or else it just doesn't work. Aegis freely taken by the Ursa. Roshan cleared up by maybe on his little happy teddy bear. All the ultis are up though for the Dire team. So I believe with bot lane pushing in, mid lane being cleared by the Ember Spirit, top lane doing a decent job and should shove out a little bit with the double range creeps there. They'll smoke up, and they will. Move into the Radiant jungle, try and find a team fight, a couple of kills, and then look for the tier 1. Yao farming some jungle camps, unfortunately, is going to be the hero they find initially. With a Zeus ulti and a few little hits here and there, they'll bring him down very, very quickly. Now they converge into this bottom lane. Trying to scout out FY, but he's blinked to the north. They know where he is. TP's on cooldown for another 10 seconds. Burn. Orb and a jaunt away. He'll be safe at least. Well, they'll lose their tier 1 down to the bottom lane here.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Flames will spread thrice.
Well, does FY cut this wave?
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yeah, you
under
probably do,
attack.
right. You blink, you orb, you jaunt. Oh, he's going to orb that way? Okay,
Radiant's
fair enough.
bottom tower has fallen.
Let's TP out. See ya, guys. I'm out of here. So this push can no longer go into tier 2. Can't do any chip damage there. They realise that. Fall back into the jungle. They would like to use this Chrono up on top lane, though, I feel.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Try and secure a kill on this Ursa. Take the Aegis away from him so he can no longer jump into the back of your ranks. The Blink Echo from Victoria, not good enough. That's not happening. No, it's just, yeah, exactly. Clockwork says it. Literally not going to happen. Get out of my lane, mate. Zeus swiftly going into the Aghanims after Aetherlands like we thought. Oh, Jesus Christ. FY caught by the Chrono. Just watching
Radiant's
the
middle
chat back.
tower is under attack.
Big old T-Tours. Well, this is Keen now in full swing. Ulti's being thrown out, finding pickoffs across the map. Yeah, we're struggling to move with the rest of his team to try and get the Serpent Wards down in aggressive positions near towers. And this Void, what's he got now? Maelstrom, Mask of Madness, 2,000 gold saved up and farming into the Black King bar. Terrorblade of Arme doing a very similar thing. Mom, Dragonlance into the BKB. Here we go. This is what Yao wants. This is what Yao gets. He's probably been calling this for the past, minute or two, saying, hey guys, I want to go forward. I want to use these Serpent Wards on a tier 2. So they do move together as a team into this middle lane. They're going to lose a little bit of pressure down at bottom. In comes the Ember Spirit with a Veil onto Arme, trying to force him away from this lane. A little bit of a poke and a prod there. Mid lane though, Yao being chased down here by Jiang An on this Clockwork. He can still get his hook shot off. No, he can't. He's silenced. The Urn will still do enough damage to tick him over. Now the Cogs trapped in FY. Pushes back maybe. Victoria jumps in though. And with the hook shot, will slow them down and touch. Void. No Chronos. Whose ulti now comes out. The Ice Blast not available because the AA being chased down. Has no mana. Maybe clears him up. The Void looks for the Ursa in the back end. Gets a couple of bashes. But the Mask of Madness, they've killed off the Aegis. The fight at the front not going to come to fruition as the Ember Spirit push the puck away. The BKB from Maybe is forced fully here. Void will just jump himself for the time walk out of the Fury swipes of the Ursa and blink back from Maybe secures some safety.
Is under attack.
Jackpot.
How far away are we? Still about 3,000 or so for the Zeus to get into that Aghanim Scepter. Well, Victoria is going to start stepping up his game with these Echo Slams though. Not been spectacular. You can definitely see what he's up to. You know what the game plan is and the theory behind it. Just the execution a little bit lacking.
And it's off.
Ember, Remnant's back up here with a double damage rune. He'll clear through some more jungle camps. But I think it's probably smoke time. Actually, Void doesn't need a smoke. He's got a Shadow Blade. Initiation ready. Zoot ult in 7. They've got Ice Blast to go as well, right? Yeah, they do. So Void actually finds anyone with this nice little Shadow Blade he's got, hides off the map, making sure that no one sees it. They're pretty damn sure with a Zeus Lightning Bolt, dewarding all of this area here, even with the sentry down. There are no Radiant Observer wards on like this, third of the map pretty much. LGD, they're grouping mid to defend this tier 1. Ancient Apparition is the only one showing on the map right now for the Dire team. Everyone else hiding very, very far back. They are signaling that the Radiant jungle is probably infested and overrun with Dire rapscallions and scoundrels. But maybe just walks forward with his BKB.
Dire are scanning.
Still ready. shows himself on the bottom lane. The scan shows someone mid, which is the FY puck. The split here from LGD, 3 heroes bot, 1 hero mid. If Keen get this read right and they understand that maybe has people behind him, they should go for the kill on the mid lane. So Jang An will move forward. He'll spot the Terrorblade hero. Did they just pass themselves in the night? No, they saw the clock work. TB did at least. Good shot. Comes out forward, but this is the Ice Blast Chrono. Maybe dies immediately. The Zeus ulti zaps him into oblivion. They've also got the third. There goes the Shadow Shaman. Vanilla. Not hit by the Dream Caller. Tower hit. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. The urn. It heals him. It keeps him alive. Great fight here from Keen, and that's the wombo combo. Big Chrono. Zeus ult and Ice Blast. People die immediately. Can't use your BKB when you've been hit by a Shadow Bladed Chrono. LGD, what is your plan? Terrorblade now with a BKB, but has to keep splitting the map. Ultis are down now for the Dire team, though, so it could be an opportunity for Radiant just to clear mid-wave, maybe get it to about here, you know, kill 1 or 2 waves, push it a little bit more. That should be fine. And then you go and group up here and you smoke. Just make an aggressive smoke play, because Roshan should be up soon. You'll... I guess fastest respawn is 30 seconds. But they definitely need to go and make a smoke play while the ultis are down. Try and catch the Ember Spirit, I think is probably the key target they look for. Get that Blink Echo onto him. Doesn't matter if there are creeps nearby. Long range Fissure, Blink Echo, just, you know, try and kill him. Just try and bloody well kill him. Maybe he's going to clear out this wave and push it a little bit further across. As the other 4 from LGD, they are grouping up, trying to scout out for some observer wards. Won't find any just yet. Got the sentry that blocked up the ancient camp, though. This ancient apparition is actually pretty farmed. 5.7k on the AA thanks to these ice blasts. 3, 4, and 9 currently over on Wrong. 4 staff is done, and honestly, Rod of Athos is very, very close. He's got 28 CS. How does he have so much gold? Who's buying the wards? Where's the Blink Echo? Finds the Void, not the Ember Spirit. Ember's still farming top lane. LGD. Shift down to this bottom lane and look for the tier 2. They do still have their ultis up. Dream Coil ready. Rast the wards. Probably going to get thrown here onto the tier 2. I don't see any reason why not, to be honest. Then they can move back towards the mid lane, take control again of the kind of Dire jungle. This little box here around Roshan. Looks like the Dire still want to fight. Void alive in 30 seconds. Maybe blinks back. Hook shot. Oh, that's sick. He finds the Earthshaker. Oh, he's got him. Victoria, Vanilla, the 2 Vs inside the cogs. Yow. He's been taken down by the Ember Spirit as well. The jaunt away. Huck blinks up to the north. FY finds a little bit of an avenue of retreat, but they took the fight 4v5, and the Dire still win. They defend the tier 2. They clear the Serpent wards. Keen Gaming are just so sick in this game. Meanwhile, Terrorblade. Going for that Diffusal Blade. Going to be very important to take off the Flame Guard, but also mana burn against heroes like Void, like Ember. Very, very potent when they are really very spell reliant. Phase shift there from the puck gets a little bit of distance away from the Ember Spirit, but you've already seen Roshan. Roshan to spawn. That was a fast spawn as well.
And sweet.
Coming in.
I love this Observer ward. We've started seeing this a lot more, especially at the start of a game against a Sven. Block up the ancient camp, you get a nice little bit of vision, the kind of cone of vision across here. Watching for people, especially if that, like where Victoria is standing, right? Hiding in that little bit of a tree area, you get a bit of vision there. Sentry is placed. but they see everything that's happening. Keen know exactly what's up. Dire, smoke again, ultis ready. Illusion from the Terrorblade moves on forward. The hookshot misses. Radiant Observer to see them, but in they jump. There's the Zeus ulti. And Puck. Where did you go, FY? Where did you go? Phase shift is there. Another orb and a jaunt forward. Void, not going to chrono this just yet. Holds on to it. Oh, BKB from maybe. He thought he was going to get jump chrono there with an Ice Blast to follow, so he BKBs preemptively. LGD, they don't want to run into this fight, and they need to back themselves up. LGD on the back foot now. If Ursa doesn't get this next Roshan, things could look really, really bad. Where's Jiang'an going? He scouts Roshan. He knows it's up. His team, probably not the best Rosh takers. I don't have a medallion or anything either, so it's basically going to be the Void who does the majority of the damage to it if they decide to go in. But hey, oh, hello, goodbye. Hook shot not going to land. Maybe blinks to the west side, and Jiang'an, unfortunately for him, doesn't latch on with a hook shot. So Ursa BKB now down to 8 seconds. Hasn't really scaled too much past that basher. Is, I guess, 1,000 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter, but how much is that going to give you? Get out of hookshot and searing chains and all that nonsense, but I guess it tanks you up a little bit as well against the Void and the Zeus. Still a very difficult spot to be in, as maybe still have to rely very heavily on his Terrorblade Metamorphosis to do the majority of the team fighting and the damage in these games. You can definitely see that oh, nearly said it then. Definitely see that LGD, and more importantly, LGD FY, as the Fisher catches out the, oh, that's nice, the silencer there as well. Ember does kill the Shadow Shaman in the back, but the Yule Scepter coming in is maybe. There's the Nimbus, the BKB out from the Ursa. Gives him a little bit of safety there to kill off the Nimbus. As well as a BKB from the TB. Diffusal Blade burning through all the HP of Vanilla. Echo Slam. Oh, they've caught the Zeus. This is bigger. This is more important. Down he goes. Clockwork's still alive. Somehow escaped away from the Terrorblade. Has a Halberd as well, but BKB's here from the Ursa and TB. Just proving to be a little bit too much. And now, this opens up Roshan for maybe. That's perfect for LGD. But yeah, the point I was, oh, are you really going to do this? He is as well. This is so freaking sneaky. So LGD are pushing high ground. LGD are on tier 3s. But Dire has moved into the Roshan pit. Maybe turns around to fight. He's popped his ulti. Now he's disarmed. He can't hit anyone. There is another remnant here from the Ember Spirit, but he doesn't need it. Searing Chains will be enough. LGD will get a lane of Rax though, it looks like. There's no glyph available. Ice Blast gets thrown out. Oh, this is going to be close actually. Lane of land. Melee Rax goes. Melee Rax goes. Arme, always going to lose his life though. Burst damage is there. Roshan's still standing. In comes the Void. Doesn't need the chrono. Doesn't need the chrono. Just pops his Mask of Manners and bashes up. Yeah. Oh, Victoria died as well. That is so sick. They get 4 kills. They stop Roshan happening. They lose the Melee Rax, which is a... well, it's annoying, but that's an accepted loss when you're going to get Roshan yourselves. And now maybe the Ursa, who was meant to get that Aegis, he really had his name stapled onto it, carved it into the back of Roshan. Not going to get it. Cheese goes to the Ancient Apparition, in fact, as Rod of Atos 4 staff, AA, very important in this game. And now the wombo combo ready yet again. Ember Spirit with Boots of Travel in 15 seconds, moving swiftly into the Shiver's Guard. Going to give that kiting ability against the TB and Ursa when their BKBs are down. But honestly, this Clockwork with Force Halberd is an absolutely monstrous hero. Blink Echo, they've taken the Aegis. Void was very, very far forward. Don't know if he was looking for a Chrono or what. I saw the rest of his team on the map all standing back here. That will be the Aegis gone. They can hand him the cheese if they want to. Zeus ulti comes out. They've killed off FY the bottom lane, but they're still looking for this fight towards the middle. Jumping back now, though. A little bit afraid to go in too hard.
Coming.
Smoke and Shadowblade here. This will allow Jishishi to know who's real and who's not. Maybe, definitely, very real. Fisher does land, but with this nuke damage so incredibly strong coming in onto the Ursa Warrior, he is just absolutely shredded. $2K lead now for Keen. They get themselves a nice little swing there after killing the Ursa, the putt. Overall, we started off with an LG lead of about 4.2, 4.5K, whatever that is up there. Swings and roundabouts, though, as things dip up and down and up and down. High ground pressure going to come in here from Keen. They don't have their ultimates available, so the blink in with the Fisher and Chance Hotem. They take down the Void immediately. He's gone, obliterated. Zeus now chased down by the TB. Nimbus is thrown out, but he's already taken out, deleted. And Vanilla, he's got a lot of work to do. The Halberd is ready. And plays on the Terrorblade, disarmed for now. Ursa's still dead for 30 seconds, so they have to get the Ember Spirit out of this dangerous, dangerous fight. Another Hex comes in from Yao onto the Clockwork, but they've got no way to wrap around. Puck, maybe FY can jaunt forward, but instead focuses down the Ancient Apparitions. So that's going to be 3 down for Keen. Only the Ursa lost his life before the fight began. We saw a little bit of what the Axe gave you there for maybe. At least he has some kind of way to reduce damage during Chrono. Even in Chrono, you just pop your Enrage, reduce a bit of the damage, and hope to not die.
Coming in.
Zeus is just dewarding everything, though. Dark doing an exceptional job with this. You look at the map, and where does Radiant have vision? They've got what? Look, they're hiding wards now in obscure places, trying to kind of obfuscate the ward placement there with a couple of trees. Very, very difficult proposition to keep any kind of vision up on the map here as LGD. Here we come, though. Down the middle lane. Continue with the illusion push. That's what the Dire expect. The blink forward with the Hex from Puck. They will start things off with a kill on clock. The Force Staff back. Vanilla still alive. They don't want to commit up onto high ground here as the hook shot lands on the TB. Disarm is there. They've taken down Yao, so no Serpent Waters yet. The beginning from Arme under the Nimbus, though. Pops Metamorphosis. Suddenly he's big and bad and glowing. Somnus, maybe he's in the mix of the battle. In comes the Void. The damage too much down. He goes. No, he turns to fight the Echo. Victoria saves the day. Maybe still alive with the Hex back again. He finally dies, but they've killed the 2 big cores. No Chrono available. Now Arme killing off Wrong takes them down with a triple kill for your Terrorblade. A huge fight for LGD, but you do have to remember that Void did not use his Chronosphere or his cheese in that fight, but it might have bought them some time here. LGD can pressure into this mid lane, look to take shrines, do some structural damage as Keen do lose out on a team fight that really they should have had full control over.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Bye-bye, Shrine. shrine is gone. This is pretty huge though. Scythe of Ice on Puck, we saw it on the clockwork there.
Yes.
In the mid lane, but if you're able to land it onto the Void, there's no Lincolns here, right, from any of these guys. It's being built, yeah, Ember is building one. And Lotus Orb is being built by the AA, so they're now itemizing to try and deal with that Scythe of Ice. Top lane, Yao, oh, ew. See ya. Hook shot slides straight past his butt cheeks. Oh, hello. Test? What happened there? Zeus ulted with an A ult. I think they were just trying to look for the snipe onto the Shadow Shaman, to be honest, but they didn't find it. LGD. Not looking too bad. Still a little bit of a struggle to deal with the teamfight ultimates of Keen. They really need to find that Blink Hex onto the Void, it feels like. Try and catch him before he can chrono, because so much of Keen's gameplay revolves around the chronosphere, you know, with the Ice Blast. The Clockwork hook shots into the back end and tries to stop the Earthshaker from Blink Echoing or fissuring into the chrono. Zeus is there for, of course, the Nimbus into chrono, which is another amazing tool that they have at their disposal.
Gold and sweet. Haste.
How long do we have? 50 seconds until the fastest spawn. Ursa with a haste rune. Waddling his way through the jungle, looking for a picnic or something, but it's a smoke from Keen. They are very, very looking forward to this fight going in. There's a scan, but Puck on the high ground sees everything. Hexes the Void, Earthshaker still going to die to the Nimbus, but that's 2 ultis now. I don't know if I want to count Nimbus as an ulti. It's got a pretty low cooldown. No, I'm not going to count it as an ulti, it's fine. That's one big ulti there. Oh, hello, slight chains. BKB and Enrage both available. Here comes the hook shot though. Maybe trapped inside the box. Turns to fight, but he's in trouble. BKB still available, but the Ice Blast fires across over the top of his head. Where's the TB? Comes into the battle. There is the reflection. Cheese popped. And Vanilla's still alive. They kill off maybe, and this TB might be in trouble. Has the BKB up. Void. Also with a BKB of his own, jumps up into the trees. Rod of Atos. Oh, Yao tries to force, but doesn't get the catch. Shackles out onto one. AA ripped apart. Another time walk from the Void, but down goes the Terrorblade. He's silenced and stunned, and he can't sunder anyone. Keen, they've wiped 4 for 1. Puck has returned. No, 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 no. Puck has run away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Silence.
One small problem with that fight, though, is, you know, it happened here.
Radiant's top
If that
tower
fight
is
happens
under
anywhere
attack.
near a tower or the base, that's probably tier 3 and maybe even a lane of racks. Still, a good team fight out from Keen, and they can keep cycling their ultis to continue to do exactly the same thing. 7 seconds until chrono is available.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Zeus does TP in with Boots of Travel. I think they're looking to set up for something. Yeah, Chronosphere is ready. Roshan, of course. Thinking about the respawn time, 40 seconds until the big man is up with a DD rune just outside of the pit. This could be the game-defining fight in the next couple of minutes. With both teams vying for control around here, LGD need to keep these waves pushed out, especially bot lane. If you have bot lane pushing in, pressuring this tier 3, it forces Keen to defend 2 lanes, because obviously the racks are missing from mid. So that forces this kind of imbalance in the status quo, where Keen have to keep sending the Ember back, have to Remnant, have to Boots of Travel, you're wasting spells and time and mana, just to keep the lanes shoved across to the Radiant side of the river. In the meantime, LGD, this is a big smoke. If they can get the jump, then it's huge, but they don't have any vision. 1 Radiant Observer Ward around the Roshan pit. Clockwork rocket flares inside, it's alive, but there's no one in there, while the Dire team, they are all in this Radiant jungle. Earthshaker and Puck They found it. There is the Lincoln Sphere popped, and I think this is going to be a Remnant away. Yeah. FY needs Fuels and then Hex. They even waste the Echo Slam for that, so this might be a pretty disastrous turn of events here with no Echo. Can they still win a team fight? LGD, they do retreat a little bit further away from the Roshan pit, and Keen, hook shot. They found Yao. Rasta's dead. Absolutely obliterated. Veil plus Ice Vortex equals dead Yao. TP forward from the puck, looking to try and maybe sneak something around the Roshan pit, but this is going to die relatively quickly. Somnus shoves mid. TB can send illusions into Scout as well. Roshan down to about half health. Without your Echo Slam, probably a dangerous place to start a fight and wander into. Puck just keeps sending orbs in to try and see how quickly this Roshan is falling. Well, they've given up. They're not contesting. One hero missing, and Earthshaker with that Echo, that's like 1.5 heroes missing. You're not going to go 3.5 versus 5 against all of the burst and nuke and control of Keen here. It's still in my head, you know. I still want to say E-Home Keen, but I've got to stop. It's Keen Gaming at this point. I've got to try and reteach my brain. I've got to unlearn. I've got to unlearn and then relearn. Zeus heading into a Yule Scepter. Not going to go for a refresher or anything like that, as it looks like... Hang on a second, is that Void's? Oh yes, so it is. Void has a Mjolnir and an Orchid. Pops his Shadow Blade and wanders on forward. Invis Rune here for Vanilla. The clap of the hands as Zeus animation cancels his ulti. LGD, they're just sat back in their base, in the bunker, eating all of the tin food. And hoping when they poke their heads out that nuclear holocaust hasn't destroyed the Earth. Because Keen right now, they're like North Korea, throwing nukes everywhere, honestly. All these big ultis. And Zeus, look at him, Zeus, where is he? I can hear this. Zeus is just zapping away. Go on, D-ward here. No? You don't want to D-ward there? Get the haste route. Yeah, that's it, listen to me. Listen to what I tell you to do. Now, I want you to go and... I mean, you can deny that creep if you want to. I didn't say anything, but that's fine. Full control for Keen. No real recourse for LGD outside of their base, so they will just hold high ground and try and defend this tier 3. Puck with a very sneaky move there actually does manage to blink away after the Waning Rift silences the Void. Maybe was looking for... maybe I should say maybe the Void was looking for a little sneaky chrono. So if I say maybe was looking for, that would mean maybe. Deso, actually. Did he have he had lifesteal at some point, right? He had a Morbid Mask. I'm pretty damn sure he did. Can't remember if he made it into Vlad's, but now Deso will replace it, heading into the Abyssal Blade. Still no tier 3 taken though, so the shrines still stand for LGD, but that's been, what, 2 or 3 minutes where they've sat in their base just trying to clear waves as they're pushed into their high ground ramp. They are buying time though, 2 minutes until Aegis expires. Void jumps, pretends to farm creeps, goes invis, but LGD, they aren't going to come out of their base, so they're not going to come down the ramp. Void actually swaps his Mask of Madness back in for the Orchid. Going for a Lincoln Sphere now. Okay, LGD play outside of their base. They nearly burst the AA, but he's forced out of the way. 2 of them, in fact, as Chrono comes in onto this maybe Ursa, and they will bring him down. Buyback is available. Dream Coil snaps back, but it's a BKB Void, so he doesn't really care too much about it. Metamorphosis That was also used, very important here, as the Rod of Atos will force the cold feet to actually land. Hook shot into the back end. In comes the Ember Spirit, looking for Yao with the Clockwork. Down he goes, the blink forward. Maybe, Captain of the Cogs, the Clockwork is out. LGD, the BKB on the Terrorblade, zip back out by the Remnanting Ember. And I think Keen might be okay. Clockwork, hook shots over the freaking Fisher. Forced out by the AA as well. But the buyback from the Ursa, the kill over on the Shadow Shaman, still not enough for the Dire team to secure themselves any real structural damage.
Time is money. Double damage.
And it's off.
There are no spoilers, guys. I'm in the lobby. There's like no way people are spoiling. People saying 2-0 are lying. People saying that it's like 34 to 72, they're lying. People who are saying that the Void bought a Rapier, they're lying. Pretty much anyone who spoils in Twitch chat is lying, or they're an asshole, so you may as well just mute them. Oh, that's an interesting item. Double BKB. Double Metamorphosis. Ah. Very expensive though, and it means no buyback, right? Ember Spirit, AA Zeus, the only ones in the game with buyback. Radiant literally have none. Void buys an Aghanim Scepter. Again, coming back to that point I made earlier about Chrono being the linchpin ability in this game for Keen, as they do need as many Chronos as they possibly can. LGD just trying to keep the angry hordes of Dire heroes outside of their base. This vanilla Clockwork lining up a hook shot. Silence won't land onto the Ember as he retreats. Victoria probably needs to smoke
Is under attack.
and hide. Even with a Shadow Blade, you're not going to be able to position yourself well enough to get a Blink Echo, but we'll see. Maybe Victoria pulls something out of the bag. Always, though, Keen have to come back and deal with this middle lane, which was raxed relatively early on. Jan An, Vanilla God. He really is spectacular. He was my favorite player on Keen. Through like the RG Masters, through the TI qualifiers for China. He really is a spectacular roamer. His 4-roll Night Stalker, Nyx, Clockwork, everything is beautiful to watch, honestly. He really is a sick player. Double 4-staff here from the two supports as well, obviously very important. Getting them out of dangerous situations like that. Still holding on to one of them there for the AA. What have we got now? Still no buybacks. Ame even puts the Dragon Lance inside his actual inventory. Swaps the treads out. Mask Manus for treads. Back and forth. Such a difficult decision. Like, what do I need? What do I hold? Why can't I hold all these items?
Rock it on.
Victoria, very ballsy with a gem, moving forward aggressively. There's a Vortex, though, as AA with his own gem says, hello? Why are you outside of your base? You're meant to be inside your base. In comes the Dream Coil with a Hex and Owl. The Ursa has a target to go on to. The Void cleared up immediately, dead for a minute and a half. But all up in the air with that Cyclone from the Yule Scepter. Now phase shifting way. Vanilla could be in trouble. There's still a Blink Echo. 4 seconds until the Blink Dagger's ready. Maybe jumps forward. Now disarmed, though. Unfortunately, I don't think this Clockwork has too far to run. Killing off 3 heroes immediately there. Great maneuver by LGD. They do utilize a number of their abilities, though. BKB's now wearing down. We're on 5 seconds for the Ursa. I don't think TB used his, but he's already on 5 regardless. As now they can move across the map. Start to get this mid lane shoved in. Move up towards top. Maybe take this tier 2. But top lane is pretty hard to go for. As Roshan, still 1 minute 20. Actually, exactly 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute from now when Roshan will be up. LGD, they do reclaim some map control though. Start planting their seeds across the lanes. Buybacks may be necessary here from Keen. 25 seconds for the Void. Clockwork likely has to use his. LGD throw the Serpent Wards up onto the high ground, but look at how quickly they're killed off. There's the Shackles, Force Staff back from Dark. Nicely played, the Doom Coil in. This Nimbus nearly kills Yao. The dive in behind FY, very deep. The Blink Echo! The Victoria, he kills the Doom. The buyback's still available. Void alive in 5 seconds time. FY has another Orbit and drawn away, but find the Earthshaker hiding in the trees. Kill him off and see ya, buddy. Good Remnant back and forth, but they got the tier 3. Now it's Naked Rax. Now they're open. And this is where TB likes to get his hands dirty. Roshan respawns. That is some good timing. The Dire Scan, though, equally good timing. They know that Roshan likely being done here by the Ursa Warrior, or there is a strong chance that it's happening. Blade Illusion will just call the pit his home. That is a huge item. 20% cooldown reduction on Hex is ridiculous, honestly. What are we sitting at? 17.6 seconds. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 22 seconds on the puck. 420 GPM is here for FY though, moving into the Octarine core. Can start buying moon shards for the rest of the team as well. TB and Ursa, they do both need them. Unfortunately for LGD, Roshan has been contested by Keen, but I think LGD have other things on their mind as FY gets burst to half HP. Dual Scepter's available, but Void Chrono only onto the puck who used already. Gem is dropped, puck can buy back and will. Roshan, very important here for LGD. So ultis, now the Dire have lost a number of them. Yao, still gonna get hit. No, great Force Staff. Ticking down to the urn, but the fight, it's actually happening over towards the east. Arme brought back, he got killed by the Clockwork. He's gonna TP back to this battle, but what happened there? Dream Coil, cancel the TP. I don't think they've got anything really left in the tank to go on forward. There's a Blink Echo. Victoria starts things with a Fissure and a Hex now. Jumping with the Enchant Totem, but 4 staffs. So slick here from Keen, getting people out of dangerous positions. Void. No ulti for 15. The Aghanim's really paying off now, though. With the ulti used so frivolously early on, Fissure will block them out. Hook shot forward into the Roshan. Clockwork, he's got the Hex down, and now the Ice Blast lands. TB could be dying here as a dieback may come in. The Echo. Oh, it lands, but not amazingly. The refresher with the Chrono. In comes GGG. This could be it for LGD. TB, the dieback, 111 seconds. He's gone down the drain, and, well, Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman, you can't do too much. Maybe blinks inside the Nimbus, gets immediately zapped down by the lightning god that is Dark. KG. Oh, they're doing it. They keep everyone alive as well with only a buyback or two. They'll force LGD to tap out. GG is called 34-47, and Keen, they'll tie things up 1-1. This best of 5 has basically become a best of 3. 2 games. 2 wins separate one of these teams from ESL One Hamburg. Potentially 3 games. 1-1 as Keen Gaming tie things up against LGD, the open qualifier team, against arguably top 3 Chinese team LGD, along with Newbie and LFY. Potentially struggling here. We'll find out what happens though. Short break. We'll come back with game number 3. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. See you in a little bit.